going on, folks? Happy Friday. Just jamming to some tunes, chilling, ready to be building. How's everybody doing? Can you hear me? I'm not coming through. We good? We good? You know, I figured as a little treat for those who showed up early, we would start off. I'll show you how I'll, before we jump into the new build, I am going to go ahead and pull up the last build so that y'all can see it. It's Friday. Thank Fluff. Oh, do I have the newest version of it here? Oh, you're not going to be able to see it in its glory if I do it this way. I'm going to load it up, not in the prefab editor. Let me load it up in game. And yes, I recognize I'm not showing what's going on yet. Just give it a minute. So we're gonna start the stream off, folks. I'm gonna dive into I'm gonna show you how the last base, which was originally gonna be called the grinder, because I had different ideas from when I started and from where we got to. But I'm gonna show it to y'all. I've got a video that's 90% done. I'm just hacking up the Horde base, the Horde night for this one. So next week might be a lot of videos, because this one was supposed to come out last week. And we'll see how far we get on the video, the base tonight, and when I schedule this one for. So let me find this on the map here. I know you're not seeing anything yet. Just wait for it. Gotta be patient. Let's see. Let me pull the vehicle out. I need the full effect. We'll drive in at night. That's when it looks good. I think this is my save game before I murdered it via Horde night. I don't want y'all to see what it looked like after Horde night, because I don't want to give anything away in regards to whether the base functioned or didn't function. How's everyone doing though? No, it's it. I'm getting ready, rookie. This is building anticipation. I'm backing my vehicle back out of the base, running over a zombie real quick. All right, everyone back off. All right, and also, man, it's toasty at my house, so rookie getting excited here. Let's pop into game. Oh, I like not having to wear a headset for streams, by the way, folks. It's really nice. I can chill and listen to the music. Let's pop in game. Game audio is crazy loud. What? You mean the music? Oh, hold on a second, folks. Thank you for that. Check. Okay. Wait. And no echo cam. Oh, man. Well, that's an easy fix, folks. That's an easy fix. So wait, are you hearing the game audio right now? Hold on one second while I pull up NVIDIA broadcast and fix that. Not anymore. Okay. Are you hearing it now? Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Don't mind me while I'm having a moment of trying to get my shit together. Yeah, it's not possible for anyone to get Alpha 21 yet. Yeah, game is paused for a second because I am fixing myself. There we go. Camlink Pro #1. We're trying to make myself appear here, folks. We're having technical difficulties. I'm going to pull it back to here for a second so it's not confusing. I'm here. Everything's good. We're okay. Yes, just barely. Okay, cool. Give me 1 second, folks. I got to fix... I didn't do my standard pre-flight check like I normally do. Need that pretty face. NVIDIA broadcast did not fire up like it normally did. But yeah, Ains, no one's got access to Alpha 21 yet. No. No streamers have access yet. Speaker output change. Just no, just do the right thing, folks. Let's see if we do this. I'm sorry, folks. So this is, you know, this is amateur hour at the stream. So we're gonna get in. NVIDIA is not operating. It's not playing well with me. I've got ways around this if it doesn't want to play well. But we're gonna just try murdering the task real quick. And then we're gonna refire it up. And then we'll get it going. This is what happens, folks, when I'm so used to doing everything on Twitch. And so when I go back and forth between Twitch and YouTube, it's a little bit more of a setup game. I'd gotten accustomed to the other way around, and so it's just tricksy. In worst case scenario, I'll throw myself up there in a different fashion because I can do it without NVIDIA Broadcast. I just like it because y'all get to see more of the screen, which I'm a huge fan of. There we go. All right. Your camera has changed and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I get that. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, I'm here. Oh, thank you, Ains. Yeah, so we haven't been told. And yeah, that's a big announcement for me, folks. I made it into streamer weekend. They've accepted my application. I'm over the moon. I've been doing doing 70 days content since Alpha 19, and I'm just freaking thrilled. So yeah, thank you so much for the support, everyone. It's been awesome. It's huge for me. All right. Let's check out the levels. Make sure it's not obnoxious. Y'all tell me. We're driving in. Oh, this is definitely the post version. All right, we're not going to show you this version. I don't want spoilers, folks. We're gonna pull up the plain test bed version. I have a crazy system of tracking all my save games. And I have a primary, I hate this song. I need to take this song out of rotation. I have a primary test bed map that I continue to load prefab POIs into. And actually, I want to release that map so that people can play with it. Oh, damn. You know what? All right. Don't look. I don't want to spoil it. All right. We're going to pull the car back out. We're going to make it nighttime. Give you the full effect. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to ruin the entry. It's just too good. I'm so happy with how this base turned out, folks. And it was actually fun having all of y'all here who joined in. Because it's just nice having different opinions as you're going through things. All right, we're good. We're back. So cheers, everybody. Excited to show this one off. So this is, like I said, it's just too good. I love this base, folks. I'm so proud of this one. So we'll come in here, we round the corner. Oh, it's so good. Just look at that. Just take it in. It's so freaking good. So you're getting a little taste of the video that'll come out, next week. But there's 2 entrances on the outside that I added in here so that if you fall off during Horde night, you've got a way in. That door will close on its own in a second. All the power is inside here. You've got access to the dart traps down below through this. And those trigger down in the hallways. You've got fighting position number 1 through this door. So they can come up the ladders there and you can pew them in the back or drop grenades at them. Then we go up to the next level. I built this crazy thing because y'all know me. I build weird stuff that just looks cool just for fun. But I love this floating sphere, and I actually put a couple spotlights underneath the grates because they provide direct illumination, which is what gets that nice and shiny like that. Here is, this is primary fighting position down here. And this is how these turned out. So here's the switches for all the traps. That's the blade traps. This turns the lane on and off in terms of the vault door on the outside. What are those? What are what? You got to be more specific than those, Crunk. And then these, the shutters here these are just steel shutters, if that's what you were wondering about. But they're really good for protecting stuff. Behind here on each of these are where the electric fences are that protect the areas out there. And then we'll go ahead and turn on all the blade traps so you can kind of see them all. And then there's a switch up above here, which allows you to look out. Yeah, the medicine, so Rookie, the medicine cabinet paint is fantastic for putting in places where you won't see it. I'll show you some other places that I used it also. Oh, Haynes, thank you so much. Thank you. I'll show you, I'll fly so that you can see the outside in a second, because the outside of this thing is just freaking gorgeous. But yeah, so here's the two fighting positions. And you know what? Actually, yeah, I should have done this. I'm going to fly out so you see the exterior, because it all makes sense once you see the pathing. So the zombies, it's a ladder base. The zombies will come up the ladder. They'll pivot left or right to control which of, depending upon which of these are flipped open. And then the zombies go through all these blade traps. And the painting on the space was about 5 or 6 hours. Not gonna lie, not gonna underestimate that one. That's probably the reason the space didn't get out in terms of the video last week. So the whole idea is the zombies get bonked off of this. They slide down here. They land at the bottom. They get pelted by the dart traps here. They run back this way. They hit all these electrical fences along the way. And then they cycle back up to the top. And meanwhile, there's a fighting position here on the side. There's one here that can be melee. And the rest I'll take you from the inside. This gives you the kind of overview. And we'll take it back from inside. All right, so from this floor, you have another floor up from here. This is where we have all of our crafting set up. Anyone who's seen my bases. Yeah, it's worth it when you're doing a showcase base like this. And when I do community server bases, I put this much effort in. But this is my standard configuration. I didn't label the boxes because I never got around to it. But I kind of, if you're building bases, find out whatever configuration for inventory management works for you and repeat it every time if you're talking vanilla, because it makes your life easier. I don't even have to label boxes, and I could start throwing things in there and would know where to find things without labels. But there's 2 little farming areas on each side, one here, one over here. And then here's another fighting position up here. Yeah, I can do, it all starts at one size and then you just build, and next time you build bigger. And so I made this was originally matching the top area. I had this closed in. But I ended up opening this one up so that you could step to the side, because I noticed in testing, the zombies just pile up right down there. So it made it really nice if you're on multiplayer, which I might record a multiplayer Horde at some point in time. But just the hut right there where they're trapped in between those electric fences is amazing. Don't want to light up the... Greg, the garden was back here. There's a little garden on both sides. You know my bases. Got to have that garden. So garden on both sides. You could fit more farm plots in there if you wanted to. And then the other reason I added this in is this is how you can repair blade traps during Horde night. You can walk right out on the scaffolding and easily, like, if this guy's taking some damage, reach right down and do repairs from up here. So it's a little precarious. You don't want to fall down from here because it's a bit of a fall. But so that's the top layer. And then of course, as always on my bases, I do like having a place to land a gyrocopter. So the rooftop up here. The closest I had to was a non-square, was a temple pit. So yeah, this is the top section. But I'll go through it. If you guys watch the video that I've got coming out next week, it'll go through this in a little bit more detail and talk to the features. But I just wanted to like show that off because, man, I built this over 2 streams and I finished it off afterwards. Rookie, I was mentioning where to use that medicine cabinet paint. So I'm gonna clip through the ground here underneath these grates. Any place that you have lighting like this, putting the medicine cabinet, it reflects really well. It's obnoxious if you're seeing it directly, but it increases the light reflectivity, so it gives more of an effect of all this shadow that you see on the rooftop. So it's really fun to use in that place. Oh my gosh, I missed a spot. This I can't handle, folks. I missed. There's a bunch of paint spots I missed. But as I go back through the base, I'm like, oh, I missed a spot. Oh, I missed a spot. So yeah, that is the base, and here's what it looks like in day. I loved these teeth on this outside. These were super fun. The automated drawbridge, you know, pretty standard for my builds. And I love this color palette. And I give credit to Devil Dog from my my online community for figuring out using this clay. This clay roof for piping just looks super sharp. And then I mixed it with some other elements. Like I like how this came out here. This is one of the pipe flanges going into a 0.5 meter pipe. And then the bottom is just one of those big cylinders, and it just looks good. Like the combination. And the fact that this clay has like a metallic nature to it, especially if it's up against, you know, a darker light color like that, looks really good. So, and yeah, so that's it. So that base is called the Sentinel. And with that, folks, I'm going to start building something new. So I'm going to get us out of here, bring us into the prefab editor. Yeah, thank you so much for that. So let's go ahead and pull up the prefab editor. So, okay, let's hit it with a horde. Nope, not tonight. You gotta wait for that. Gotta wait for that one. So I don't have a drawing for this next base. I just have an idea in my head, and I'll show you some ideas of what I'm thinking. I was trying to think of different base styles that I've done and haven't done, or that I haven't iterated on. So let me see if I've got this. If y'all don't know, Glock 9 put out kind of a challenge for folks to try out building a 5x5 base. And I did 2 versions of it. And I'm going to look at the second one that I did. I'll pull this up just for reference. Because, so that POI would be cool to do a connected roof Horde Night. Yeah. That would absolutely work, Greg. All right. So for those who don't know, and I'll explain this before I start the build. So Glock had this challenge of saying, hey, make a 5x5 base that can stand up to, I don't remember what it was. But I went beyond whatever level he set it at and totally kicked the Horde's ass. There's a video of it out there somewhere. I don't remember where it is offhand. So this was the design I made. All right. And in this one, the way I did it is that the zombies would come up. They would hit this point in time and they deal with a blade trap. There's electrical fences that would be tied across here. Dart traps. And then you have a fighting position on the side here. And then the idea was basically to hold until you couldn't hold. And then once you were ready to push through, you would just keep moving upstairs. And you'd move to another fighting position. So how many did that? So this one had 2 fighting positions. So you had basically 1 break point and then pull back. So my thought of this was, what if we did this, but bigger? Like double the stair width, and make it large enough so that we could have maybe 2 towers if we end up doing it, and have the 2 towers connected, and maybe the crafting base in the center. I don't know. I've got crazy ideas, folks. Maybe I don't make it a square. Maybe I make it a rectangle that they go up around. And then that, yeah. Let's try this, folks. The ideas they're percolating in my head now. I just need to look at something and have an idea. But that was the old one. So we're going to use London Bridge. I'm thinking 2 drawbridges connecting to a center horde base. Or no, so center crafting area with 2 side horde bases for redundancy. It would be a lot of movement, a lot of craziness, but yeah, it would kind of look like London Bridge by the time we're done, especially if we put the drawbridges in the center, which I think is the right way to do it. Triple tower with connecting bridges. You've got it, Greg. That's exactly what I'm thinking. All right. So, what am I going to call this? Well, we're going to go Stairway to Hell, because that was my original thought one with this one. All right. So if y'all have never seen the prefab editor, this is what it looks like when you first jump in here. You just get this big, well, actually the first time that you come in, you won't even get this. So if you hop in the prefab editor, don't fret, just go up here. And it might do this crap here where it all jumps on top of it. Just click, and then show ground, and it'll give you those squares. And that's important for getting started. So I'm also going to dump my inventory here because I got a bunch of crap from the last build, and it's just easier to start from scratch. We'll build everything up that I need over time. I'm going to grab a few tools that I like to have. What's going on, bad player? Welcome in, buddy. So we're going to grab that. We're going to grab a bunch of concrete blocks. I just build out of concrete. I don't like building out of steel because ultimately when I build these bases, I want them to be reasonable. Yeah, bad player. I just got done showing off the end product of the last base that ended up getting named the Sentinel, and I've got a video coming out on that one next week. Rookie, everyone should mess around on the prefab editor. It's such a good way to learn to build, because you find out what's possible, and then when you're not wasting resources in game. So this is my standard setup. Get yourself 1 block. When you use blocks in the prefab editor, they don't go away. So you can get 1 and just get started. Just break it up into however many you want. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to drop down a foundation. Some arbitrary, so Z and Z like that. And then L. And I apologize, folks. I'll get it set up before next stream. When I did the build streams before, I actually had the mouse and keyboard commands being shown in the bottom left. And I'll try to get that set up before I do another build stream so that you can kind of see the buttons that I'm pressing. But I'll try to verbalize as I'm doing things to make it good for people who are following along and want to learn how to use the prefab editor. All right. So we'll start with tower 1. Actually, let's start. I actually want some wood frames as well. Good point, bad player. Yeah. Good point. Good point. Oh, actually, they're called frame shapes, is what they're called. Okay, and it'll be all the way at the bottom. So I like having both because these are easy to drop down and pick up for layout. So, and you know, Crunk always talks about his bases being a / Greg always talks about his bases just being a square. But honestly, like, and it was interesting that Tim on the last build stream that I did popped in and talked about this. Because I didn't realize him and I had never talked about like our building methodology, but apparently we build in much the same way, in that I start with a square and then I add in all the adornment and the new angles and stuff afterwards. So that last base started off as like a very blocky, chunky thing, and then I evolved that. So if I just think about this 1, 2, 3, keep it on the diagonal. So we'll think about the crafting area first, since we said we're going to build kind of 2 towers. So that's more than enough. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here's the I start off with side. Oh man. You know, Bad Player, I've been really enjoying these because I'm going to spend the time building these anyway for content. And so I figured I would just invite people in to watch the process. So I'm going to tell you something that, oh, nice. Nice. So this is something, what I'm telling you right now may change with Alpha 21. Which I'm kind of excited about. So in Alpha 20, you should always build in odd numbers. Always build in odd numbers. And Alpha 21 will fix only part of this. But if you're like me and you like, you know, symmetry, if you don't build in odd numbers, then your doors are going to be offset. Your bridges are going to be offset. You're never going to have anything centered if it's an even number. I built a whole castle that was even once and it drove me bonkers. So when you're planning, just think about that. Yep, you nailed it. So I'm also thinking in terms of sizing here that, so a drawbridge is 5 wide. So there's your drawbridge size. If I think about coming in, so that's the center. Boop, boop. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1 more there. So 3 on each side. So that's your drawbridge width. So that's going to take up a huge chunk. And here's the other thing that I was thinking. You know what, folks? I was going to build a smaller build, and this just isn't going to be a smaller build. It's going to be another massive build. This is what happens when I get started. All right, so those can be the 2 connectors. We also need a way to get in to the base, because I hate not being able to drive into the base. That's a personal, drives me bonkers thing. So here's what I'm thinking. DevStream, what are you doing? Okay, apparently one of my let me just check this real quick. One of my Stream Elements bots is like spasming and doing bad things. Which one is that? DevStreams? Yeah, I added in a thing just to let people know that if you want to check out the DevStreams, I do summaries of those so that you don't have to watch 3 hours of madness. And I don't see what I'm not seeing it real quick, so I'm just not going to worry about it. Not going to worry about it. Oh. Okay. I fixed it. Oh man. Saffron, I'm glad you enjoy those. Are you using OpenAI? So it's funny that you asked that. I embrace AI because guess what? It's not going away. So I've been using Chat GPT for a number of things for helping with some of my script writing. I use it for base naming. You know, there's a lot of good, smart things to use it for. So, all right. So here's what my thoughts are. So this side, and this is how we start framing. Okay. So here's what we're going to have. This is going to be this will go up. I think I'm nailing the secrets. You know, I'm trying. Those dev streams are about, you know, kind of trying to read between the lines in terms of what they're tossing out there and trying to make sense of it. All right. So here's what we got. In the center base, we don't want to fill all this in because that'd be too many resources. We're going to have horde bases on the two sides. And like I said, I like the tower idea. And let's also just, this is the other thing in the prefab editor that you can do. You can start thinking in terms of spacing. So let's go ahead and grab a drawbridge and just grab a couple of them. And we don't want, you definitely in this situation, you want to get the non-powered. So, and you want it to go flush like that. And yes, I know the drawbridge is on the ground. It's okay. This is for spacing. No one picked up the rope in the third dev stream. I think it will be, oh my God, a climbable rope. Where I did miss that. That would be incredible, bad player. Especially if it can be like in the center of an area. Love that idea. Okay. Wait, what? All right, so I'm liking this. I got to think of how this is going to work. Raven, yes, it just may have been an old fashioned because I don't know what's wrong with me. I've been on an old fashioned bender. All right, so I just use Shift Z. We're going to copy that. Here's one of the magic points, folks. Don't redo anything in the prefab editor. Do everything once, copy and paste it. Put a second ramp to end with those. So there's going to be a ramp coming in from this direction, Greg. Ramp will come in from here. Got it? So that's going to be the entry point here. And yes, there. So actually, yes, good point. Just to make it totally ridiculous. Yes, it's going to basically be that. No. That's good. I appreciate that. So this will end up being a, you know, I don't know why I'm doing this because I don't have to do that in the prefab editor. I can just do that. So that's essentially what it'll be. And then it'll be a ramp going up to that. Oh. Whoa! Thank you for the sub, Glaza. Yeah, I do too. I wish you could at least enable it because I don't understand why that's not an option. So I have to think about this from two perspectives. So this needs to have two levels to it. So there's this level and then there's an interior level. How do I want to do it? So here's the nice thing. We can build it from one side and then we'll start adjusting it. And we're just going to start in a corner here. Because like I said, I had the idea of stairs. And I'm going to do this, the one with Glock 9 I did with ramps. I actually want to do this with stairs. I want this to be a stairway. Maybe even the chonky leveled stairways, because I don't use these as much. So we're going to use these. And I'm not sure also whether or not I want it fully filled in the side. I don't think I do. Do I? I don't know. All right, well, let's do this first and then we'll decide. Because we could do... I want the fighting positions on the sides like I did last time, because that's a good way you can punt the zombies off, and I liked that concept. I think I at least want the bottom ones filled in. All right, we don't need that there now. Yeah, we probably want all this, at least to a certain level, filled in. Why aren't you letting me... There we go. It's being weird. Being squirrely. Actually, we're going to fill this in, and we'll figure out afterwards whether we want to carve some of it out. Nope, that's chonky. It's too chonky. Maybe double chunk like that. That's good. That's good. And then we'll do... we can either do ramps. There's two options here. We can do a straight ramp. I wonder how these would look. I've been liking these blocks a lot. It's doing this thing again. I hope it doesn't do this the whole time. Okay, now it's... Whoa. Whoa. Ooh, I do like that. That's fun. Oh, I like it for several reasons. Okay, I'll explain in a second. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. We'll take this over to the side and then I'll fix it. There is a filler for it, Greg. You already guessed where I was going with it. Yep, there is a filler indeed. Oh, I think that's interrupting us. We're gonna get rid of that for now. We'll bring it back later. So also interesting fact, folks, and I proved this on the other base when I tested. Dev stream AI wants dev streams. All right, and when we get to the corner, let's build this up just so we know where the corner is. And maybe it's at each level we have a fighting point. I think so. I think so, folks, because otherwise this thing will be so ridiculously tall. And so there were several inspirations. I gotta give credit. The other inspiration that I had for this base was Devil Dog's base from like season 5-ish on the vanilla server. So he had a base that was insanely tall. And it was at that point in time that I realized pathing doesn't care about height, which is crazy. Like, I never realized that until that point. So he had a base that went up, and I was like, when I looked at it and we went to test it on stream, I was like, this is never going to work. There is no way in the world. Yeah, that pipe dream. But he proved something, and that's that the way it calculates blocks is in terms of is not in terms of elevation. It just doesn't care. So for the purposes of this, we're going to ignore the elevation factor. And, you know, just run with this. All right. So that this is going to be a build once and then copy paste a lot. All right. We don't need these now. I think I want to double chunk that though, like that. Oh, we're already gonna, do we want that chunky like that? We'll leave it and figure it out in a second. Okay, so there's one side of it. And now we're going to take this and so if you're wondering what these are Arrow. Just look up Arrow. There's lots of really good parts in Arrow to use. So you've got this Arrow split 1/2 ramp and that will fill in that little spot that we're looking at. And it does this does two things. It provides additional stability. It also fills those in and you can paint those. It'll look really cool once you paint those. All right. So we're going to bring this up. All right. And so this, we got to think of how this is going to work now. So this is going to be a zombie fighting position here, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. All right. And again, we're going to start off with just blocks and we'll pivot to make it look pretty later. I should have done this before. But let's 1, 2. Same thing. We're going to bring this all the way up. All right. And then we're going to do this one here. Pivot. One there and one there. 1, 2, and boom. So rather than do this multiple times, we'll do this. We'll do Z. Shift Z. We're going to copy that, use G. Move that, and we'll just... Oh, what did we do? We did something super weird. Don't do that. Every once in a while, you will do weird things in the prefab editor, and you will not mean to. Just a warning. It can be a little bit... No, Greg, it needs to be... No, it needs to be matched up to it because the stairs are going to need the center structure for support. If you don't do that, the stairs are going to have no structural integrity. So here, if I toss this on real quick. Which menu is it on? There it is. All right. See how it's getting, you're fine till this point, but then it starts to get orange. You need some connectivity here to prevent it from being bad. Hopefully that makes sense. So here, essentially we're going to have it looks like we'll have the stairs on two sides. This will be a fighting area here. And then we'll have this repeat on the other side. I meant for spacing when you started with the original wall. Squareness should be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, can I not count? Did I mess that up? Yeah, I'm not, you're right. I'm not square. How am I not square though? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What did I mess up here? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I messed this. No, the original one was wrong. Greg, that you're a godsend, because your catch there, holy crap, that'd have been horrible. That would have been horrible. Good lordy, I can't count. All right. Adjusting for what Greg just called out. This is wrong. This is wrong. I'm a professional, folks. It's okay. Woo! That would have been a pain in the ass to correct, but I think I would have just realized it just now. But that means this one needs to end one level lower, which is okay. So this is going to need to be here. Yep. There we go. And this block is wrong. And so is this one. Is there any way of recording gameplay in 7 days? What's going on, Brandon? Also, TRNQ trunk. How do I say your name? I've been struggling with figuring out how to reference you. Give me a phonetic spelling. Do I don't have my other camera set up to show you. So I run 2 rigs. Me and Guns Nerds and Steel Temreki do a very similar setup. We've got 2 PCs that run. And when we record, we use the second PC for the third party perspective. Tranked. Got it. And if that didn't make sense, let me know. I can go into more detail. But essentially, we use 2 PCs. We're running 2 accounts. It's... Oh my God, DevStreams, are you still drunk? DevStreams is still drunk. I'm sorry, folks. I don't know why it's doing that. I fixed it. And then it's not fixed. So, whatever. All right, I think... Did I fix... Nope. AI wants DevStream. Give it to me. Give it to me. All right, this is all wrong. So we'll get rid of that so it doesn't confuse us, because that will confuse me. So that's the corner now, right there. Cool. All right, now we're good, folks. Yeah, Tranked, it makes it so much easier, because otherwise it's really difficult. Are the mods like Undead Legacy legal? What do you mean by legal? I'm not sure I understand. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Fun Pimps build the game to be moddable. So I don't know if I'm answering your question correctly, but yeah, absolutely. They expect the game to be modded. They actually put hooks in for people to mod the game. All right, so what I did, folks, is I grabbed the stairs, and then I'm going to hit X. I copied it. I'm going to paste it, and then I'm going to use X to rotate it twice, and then I'm going to copy it again. Like if oh, no. I do not think the developers do have anything against modders. I don't think that they account for the modders, quite honestly. I don't think that they work with them as much as they should. All right, we're gonna play with this and try to get this right, and we're gonna have some mistakes here. Mistakes will be made, folks. All right, so we're gonna have to delete that and slide it to the right once. Yeah, I mean, so the Fun Pimps have a way that they expect people to play the game, and they don't play. This is one thing that I will say from my experience, they don't play modded. And Joel has noted, one of the owners has noted, like, I don't. Oh, I like that. Did I do that on the other side? Is that? Sorry, folks. I'm asking my own self questions and changing my mind. I like how that ends up there, and that should be double thick like that. So thank you for the sub there, Brandon. Yeah, exactly what Bad Player said. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of hooks that are put in there for I think I'm getting this right. This one's gonna be tricky. For modders, so they definitely understand that modders are important. That doesn't always necessarily mean that they. Ooh, that looks. Oh, that's even better, folks. Look at that. I don't know. Sorry, I'm changing my mind as I'm looking at this. This is what happens. Slide in there. Come on, get in there. Get in there. Get in there. There we go. All right, so that one looks the same on the other side, right? That one went all the way up. That one was nice and flush. What did I do? Oh, I still didn't do it right. The stairs had some junk in the trunk. They did. They had one more layer thicker. They had this. When it went up, it was like that. Nope, not that. Oh, hey, you can Control Z and you know what? Screw this. Why am I doing this the hard way? I'm just gonna. Can't figure out what I did. We're gonna copy this. We're gonna go over here. Nope, this way. Bring it down. Bring it over. Bring it flush to this. Bring it back. We're going to paste it, and then we're going to double rotate it. Because that's what we want. I want to copy that same format. So I'm going to Control C. I'm going to delete it with J. J is how you delete things. I'm going to walk into here. Oh, okay. Okay. I see what's going on wrong. Oh, is that other one just one thicker entirely? All right, so that's gonna go like that, but it runs completely flush up to the side. Do we have it yet? No, we're still missing. We're gonna figure this out. It needs to be like that. Greg, you out? Oh, Trank, thanks for dropping in, buddy. I appreciate it. Oh, nope. We're gonna. I don't know why this is so hard, folks. I like the design on the other one. All right, that sits flush. That's correct. But this needs to be like that. It's just something number-wise of how that's... Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think... Oh. That's the problem, folks, is that I can't count here. Okay, I see what happened. Yeah, I miscounted on... That one was wrong. It was impossible to replicate. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I accept that. Ooh, but that might be an option. All right, this is when I start to get a little wonky on design stuff. Let's see how that goes. I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay. All right, so... All right, I need to pour another beer because... All right, so we're going with Angry Chair Brewing. I'm so excited I found these again. So probably be my last drink of the night because it's a... This is a 14.9% beer. So it is... Oh, are you gonna play nicely? You gonna play nicely? Come on, do it. Nope. Nope. Here we do this. We'll do this. That's what we're going with tonight. So, Angry Chair Brewing. It's really tasteful. The Invisible Beer, and here's why it's probably gonna be my last one for the night. There's your stats on it right there. That is like Alice in Chains. Nice. Nice. Sitting in an angry chair. All right. Angry chair and untitled art. Yep. All right. So let's start thinking about how this fighting position is going to function. It has become one of my favorite beers. And as long as those two make that beer, I will be a happy soul. I'm not going to overthink the fighting position here. I'm going to go with a standard config that I would use. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm thinking forward to Alpha 21 right now. I'm not gonna share my thoughts because I've got base ideas already based off of what I've seen. But I want to save it. I want to keep it up here. You know what? We're gonna go with the new config I've been doing with this. So I've been using these double poles now. I used to put a pole on the outside, but here's the problem. So there's two ways to do this. You can do double poles like this, and then on this side here, I think there's a double pole angle. Is there? Did they not add that? They didn't. I thought there was. What do we have from a double? That's it? That's it. Okay, just kidding. We could do this to round things out just to make things interesting looking though. I like that. And you know what? Just for funsies, we'll make that match on this side too. Okay. And then we're gonna come here on the top. Ooh. I got some ideas. I got more ideas. And then right here, we're gonna come in here and we're gonna add just a regular pole. You could add a scaffolding block, that'd be fine too. And then right behind here, we will add the scaffolding. This block is just fantastic. And one of the reasons this block is so good is that you can nest grenades in that block and they will just sit. And you'll launch zombies off the side. It's gorgeous. It's perfect. All right. So here is what a basic fighting position will look like. Actually, I'm going to change my mind on this for a second. I'm going to grab that block right there. Nope, that's not the one I wanted. I wanted you. Yep. I want you, babe. And I want that flush to the wall and going up like that. Yep, that's exactly what I want. Cool. So we want one block open here. Now, I like when I do these to use this block here. I can't explain why I like this. It makes me feel like I've got extra space to hit with, even though you don't. And we're going to leave the end of this here open, I think. That's what I did on the last one, and it worked pretty well. Could totally make it say Echo right there. I will fit my title in somewhere. We're going to do that for sure. Up here, this is a really critical part of every build. You need something to force the zombies from stacking. So right above this, I could either go with a cube quarter benevold. I could go with a wedge 60, actually. I might do that. That might be interesting here. Let's try that. And we'll pull it all the way out. So I need the advanced rotation. Or no, let's actually go with the narrow blocks. Because they're my faves. I love this block. This will give more angles. You'll see what I'm talking about. So we'll do that, and then we'll put a second level of that. All right, so that will force the zombies. They won't be able to stack up. If they try to stack, it'll push them off the edge, either left or right, doesn't matter. So I'm not sure if I might want to make this a single space. I'd be okay with, oh man, I'd be happy with more ESBs. There cannot be enough ESBs. I'm rethinking this, folks. I have an idea. All right, let's put these here. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Mm-hmm. Yes. See what I'm going with here? Yeah, making it a little bit easier to knock those zombies off. You've got a wide berth, but that way, because I do remember when I did this before, they kind of like freaking pole vaulted around the side there. But that gives a slope angle here. You can fight there. This is what I get excited about, folks. Once I get into this design mode here, and I'm like, I like that. That feels good. It feels really good. And I was also debating, like, so the problem with this is like you got no coverage in here from the side. So birds could potentially eat you to pieces. And you don't want to fall off yourself. So that's another thing. But I also want to keep this pretty slim. Um. One. Electric fence above you. Yeah, electric fence is going to be tight to fit in here, right? But I like your thought. Let me think about that. If I had an electric fence, let's rework some of this. If I put, because I do love the electric fence concept. Yeah, no. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm following you. Let's put a post down here. Let's think about this. So we want one going straight through this space here. You know what I'm gonna do? Boom, boom. Oh, not that. There we go. Yeah, so we want essentially that spot right there. Right? So if you had an electric fence, say right there, right? Nope, I don't want it there because let's think about how to do this right. That's far enough off the ground. Is that right? No, that's wrong. We want it right there. Now repairs are going to be a business, but you would make this one. This would be a repair one. So I'd have to think about how to do this. So we could do this. We could do this. We could do this. Ramp. Gotta think of how I'm gonna do this. And then literally you're just reaching up there to repair. And that'll put one straight from top to bottom. We'll have to think about how to make power not ugly, which is going to be one of the things that I want to sort out on this, but we'll work that. These side posts need to be interesting. Advanced. Gotta start to think of how I want to do this. I want to make them at least 4 thick and not feel chunky. And for this one, okay, I got an idea because I think we'll put the power in the center. We'll have one power grid for the whole thing and we'll move it through the center. Let's just look and see what interesting pieces that go on a diagonal from a kind of from pole to pole. I've got an idea in my head. I'm having a hard time explaining this one. Maybe diag isn't the right thing to put in here. Maybe I just need to look at the blocks. And pour more beer while I'm looking at blocks and thinking. You know what? It doesn't have to connect, folks. Oh, that could be interesting. Where was that one? I just saw something. I just had an idea. Where's the arc? Oh, that's good too. That one's usable. Let's do that. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yup. Yup, 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 yup. This will be interesting. Do I want to do actually that on that side as well? Yes. Yes, I do. Let's try this. Okay, so Shift Z, and we'll take this all the way up to here, and ZL. Okay, I'll show you why I'm thinking this here in a second. Okay. Nope, there we had it there, and take that to the top. Rotate, 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 rotate. There we go. You all the way to the top. And we're going to take this one and flip it inside out like that. Same thing. And we're going to have that same star pattern. All right. On this side, I can probably more easily. Yes. So now what we can do, I should have done this on the last one. Bad player, because 7 Days to Die is a perfect game with no bugs. I have no reason of why it randomly paints bricks. You can fix it once you start painting stuff, but it just randomly does that. There's no good reason for that. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna come to here, we're gonna paste this, but then we're gonna hit X and rotate it. Yeah, it's a prefab editor thing. I don't know why it does it. Never understood it. But yeah, it just occasionally does that. All right. And now we've got those duplicated the whole way around. And then we can put... have some random paint. You get some paint and you get some random paint. All right. So this is going to be, you know, the fighting position, and then the zombies will path across here, but we have to think about how we house the center of this. So I do want it to be interesting. And one of the reasons I like these blocks are we're going to have some floating center bits. Oh, is this 1, 2, 3? Can we do a 5-meter arch in the center? We can, I bet. I'm going to go down here. 5M. Rounded. Yeah, you got me on it. And yes, Balzac. Yeah, it's something like that. It's inherited something that it shouldn't. All right. Oh, do we have, is there a 3M? Is there a 3M? Because I don't want 5M. I'm just realizing I want 3M. Yes, we do have a 3M. Perfect. Okay. Okay, and then where's the 3M corner? Is it literally just that? Is that it? Yep, that's it. So Shift Z and Z. So let me just make sure that my math is correct. So if I pull that up to there, right? And this, will that work? Yes. I don't think it will. Well, I don't think it will. Let's take a look. Nope, don't make physics active. Just show stability. How is that not? That's gotta work. Why is that showing as black? It should be connected from this block to this block. It's only on the corners. That's all it needs. It should have stability from there. All right, folks, I'm going to do the thing. I'm so convinced that that should work that let's make physics active. It doesn't make sense though. It has to work. Because here's the thing. If I... Oh, I see. It's not inheriting from here. Okay, okay, okay. I get it. I get why it's... Yeah, it's got to be... It's got to inherit on the 90, not on the... Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I know what I want now. There's a diagonal plate. That. I just have to decide if I hate this. Yeah, we're gonna play with something real quick here. That sits flush, which I like better. Yeah, I follow you. I'm with you. All right, we're gonna do it down here. Bear with me for a second, folks. I got an idea. It's just gonna take me a second to flesh it out. Once I do it once, I can copy it though. It just won't be circular in the center, which I'm okay with. I might go with a star pattern, which will also be very cool. Any update on Alpha 21? Info-wise, what do you want to know? So in terms of timing, or you let me know. So timing-wise, they've just announced the streamer. They just announced the applications for streamer weekend, which is normally a good sign. Normally, this is like we're in the final stages. Which I will be included in. I'm super beyond excited about that. So that's a thing. Oh man, yes. I know how we're gonna do this now. We're gonna use the wedge tip. Wedge tip full, advanced. You know, decorations are important, man. If the base can't look pretty, what's the point, right? Look at that. Okay, that's gonna be freaking hot. Okay, so that'll house, this is where we're gonna hide the cables for everything. So now once we've done this once, here's the magic, folks. Here's the magic. When you learn to do stuff like this, when you're in the prefab editor, this is much easier. Obviously, you can figure this out and you can duplicate anything that I'm doing here is doable in survival. It just takes more work. Hide the cables, baby. You know, it's a little kinky. We won't have to hide the cables nearly as much in Alpha 21. That won't be a thing. So I don't know that I want it the whole way up. We'll figure it out. We might actually want this to not start until the first tier up here. Actually, I like that idea. But I wanted to... Actually, we're going to build it one level higher. All right, so we build it here. No wires is going to be so good, folks. Oh my God. Like, I pride myself in my ability to hide cables, but I think it's going to make things really amazing. Yes. I mean, mods have been doing it for a while. There's no reason why we shouldn't all have that magic. All right, at this point in time, it's just, oh God. Once I get to painting this, it's going to look so good, folks. That's going to be awesome. So here's the thing. Now that we've got a chunk of it, rather than copy and paste in an individual level, you just highlight more. You copy that in G and bring that up. And all of a sudden it becomes much easier. And this is where I say, like, copy and paste every bit you can. So Christopher, first off, we get 692 new frame shapes. So that is massive. We also get all the new glass blocks. We're going to need access to, and there were a freaking ton of them. So that alone is a huge uptick. All right, I want to do a stability check here. All right, so the center section is yellow, which is fine. We're not fighting on the yellow sections. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. So this is a 4-block, 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 4-block supporting on each of the sides. And then the big open question, Christopher, is going to be around the doors. So they talked about the vault doors are in there. If you saw those were gorgeous. But they showed us a whole field of doors, and we don't know which ones are going to be buildable and which ones aren't. And that's a huge open question for me. Like, I hope we have access to the double doors and a bunch of other stuff like that. But I am with you in terms of it sucks seeing something in a POI and you're like, I want to do that, but then it's not available. So I empathize with that quite a bit. All right, let's take that away from the bottom. I don't know how I'm going to paint this thing. I'll think about that later. All right, so that's fighting position number 1. We should protect this a little bit more, though. We put a ramp here? Yes. Let's copy that rotation. Wow, it actually considers that, huh? Okay. And then we want to actually protect this from the outside completely. There's no good way to do this without it looking tacky. There's no good way to do that. I just might leave that open like that. I might change my mind after we get a little bit farther up. And this is going to need to come farther down because we need the I just realized the electricity needs to come at least to this level. All right, so let's recopy this. Did we get that right? Yep. Whoops, did not mean to do that. There we go. So copy that, and we're going to bring that down 2 more levels. Three more levels, I lied. Let me see, G right there. All right, because we want this, the power to this one to come from inside here. Oh. Christopher, can you run a VM? Could you potentially play inside a... I know a lot of people that run Macs will run a VM, like a Windows VM, and then play on that. Have you looked at doing that as an option? I'm just gonna admit my own personal ignorance. I'm not a Mac user. I very long time ago. Oh, apparently I did not copy the whole thing when we did that. I used to use a Mac way back in the day for graphic design, but it has been freaking ages since I have done so. So I am pretty ignorant on that front. So apologies. I can't, I can speak to many things. I can't. VM is a virtual machine, Christopher. So essentially it would be running a Windows instance from your Mac. Depends on how powerful your Mac is, but if your Mac is powerful enough, you could just run a Windows VM virtual machine on your Mac. Lots of developers do this. If you want to do some quick lookup research, I've got a buddy of mine who's No, there should be tons of informations on setting up a Windows VM on Mac. That's a common thing. Raven, have you done? No way it would run well on VM. On a Mac though, Raven, because the hardware on a Mac is typically pretty, you know, it's not lightweight. I mean, 7 Days to Die. Oh, you're not wrong. I love this game, but Jesus Christ. The performance is just, it's not good. It's not good. It's got issues. I will have you all know though, I sent and Raven, I'm just looking for options, you know, I'm just looking to help out here. I reached out to Lathan for the next dev stream. And I did put how'd it work, Raven? So the last horde base that I showed that I tested, I had double digits through the entire horde night. All right, that's all I got to say. Double digits. That's right, baby. Oh, there we go. No, I held it at above 30, Raven. And honestly, I don't think it's the graphics card. I mean, so I think that 7 Days to Die is CPU gated heavily. I don't think the graphics card even helps. Graphics card doesn't matter. Are you asking Raven or sorry, Bad Player? Are you asking me or Christopher? Yeah, Mac is, sorry to say, Mac sucks for gaming. There's nothing you can do about Mac sucking for gaming. It's just, it just does. So I've got a 4090 Bad Player, so I think it's 24 gigs of VRAM. But it's not the bottleneck in 7 Days to Die. And I apologize, folks. I know I've sat on this this section for a while. I just want to get this fixed real quick. Because this is where we're, when we get to... There we go. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Really? Your 3080 is tapping it? Like your utilization on your 3080 is capping? I'm surprised at that, Bad Player. $1080 also. Yeah, so sorry, I got trying to build and talk and think through multiple things at the same time. I put together a test plan that I proposed to, I should check my Discord if I've had any response back, to Lathan. '13th gen Intel. Yeah, no, Raven, you and Rookie have had really good responses, stat wise. My newest rig, I think the CPU made a huge difference. That's my guess. All right, so we're gonna start copying some of this. Did I straight block the backside? Yeah. I loves it. I'm glad that you love it, Rookie. That makes me happy. Like, so freaking jelly. Raven, can you respond to Christopher? Because whatever you built for Rookie works. Like, that system was solid. I don't want to talk about what I did for my system, because what I did for my system is so overkill for 7 days to die, but I didn't build my system for 7 days. My system is built for editing, and it's everyone that I talk to, there's like, why did you build such an overkill system for 7 days to die? And I'm like, I didn't build it for 7 days to die. I built it for editing. Video editing takes an obnoxious amount of hardware. Also, what are folks thinking? 2 fighting positions? 3 fighting positions? Remember, we're going to have a full redundant repeat of this. Holy shit. Christopher, at that price, you could pretty close to build my rig. Yes, that is a lot. My rig is probably about 4,500. But I mean, Raven, you talk to me. I'm on the fence. Like, I love AMD, but I'm also like, it depends on what you want to do. Like, cores are important for me for video processing. And they don't matter for gaming. That's a good question. Christopher, are you gaming, or are you also doing, what else are you using it for? What Raven just said. Then I hate to say it, because I'm a bit of an AMD fanboy, but I think that Raven's right. I think that the Intels are outperforming on just gaming. Oh, does Micro Center do builds? I didn't know that. That's pretty awesome. All right, so we're copying the this is going to be a little bit tricky, folks. I'm going to try to do this and see how well this duplicates. Oh, it duplicates really well. Okay. All right. Now that we've rotated that. Okay. No, this is good. Oh, Balzac, I see what you say. But like, yeah, I mean, power consumption, it depends on what you're after. Like, my system honestly is bizarre. So my system is using a bunch of stuff that, yeah, the power consumption, I've got a 1200 watt power supply, but I don't need it. I'm running a 7900 X3D that only consumes a max of 120 watts, which is crazy. And my 4090 actually doesn't consume that much power. I could probably easily get away with 1,000 watt. I could probably borderline get away with the 800 watt PSU that I had before. All right, let's hope that this doesn't delete. Let's slide that in. Nope. Oh, we messed it up. Okay. Bring it down to bring it over right there in that corner. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, we just totally missed this. Did we miss this below? Yes, we did. We left that exposed, which is really bad. Yeah, Balzac. I mean, it's so nice having some, you want to have some, some space. Throw a sheet there. No, I want some character there, bad player. I get what you're going with. And also sheets have reduced health, which is not good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to, in these corners here, to give some, so we want blast protection there. Oh yeah, you didn't know that, bad player? Sheets have like 1/10 of the health. Here, let me show you. It is the only block in the game that is garbage. This goes back to the it doesn't matter. Any other block will be treated the same. Give me a, well, hell, I'll just punch them. So that one's got, oh wait, what? Did they change that for the diagonal one? Because the normal sheet, I'm gonna be so just irked by this. If they, what the fuck? What? Who programmed this, people? No, it doesn't have different health. The diagonal one does. The diagonal one has full health, but the straight one has what is that? You know, 250 versus 5K. I'm sorry, folks. My head is just exploding right now with how do you programmatically come up with that? Oh my god, that just hurts my soul so much. I don't even talk about it. I know a lot about the block healths and stuff, and that's new to me, folks. That was a brand new what a freaking shit show. Whatever. I got nothing to say to that. I'm out. I'm done. I'm done. I don't even know how to respond to that. It'll change in a month. Firsties. No, I don't want to figure out how to do this and make it look good. I just want a straight corner diagonal, like a ramp full corner. That's gonna look bad though. I do want a partial block here for the corner. These will work actually. That makes me want to change this. Maybe it's fixed if they assume that it's an issue. That's the problem. All right, I'm changing my mind on this, and I'll show you why. This might work. Oh, I like that. There we go. Nope, that'll work. So here's the thing, folks. 7 Days to Die looks at it as a block. It fills the whole space. And it is important to understand that, because if a demo goes off right here, it's not going to impact this spot here. This whole spot is protected by that little sliver of an arrow right there and right there. So because of that, I designed just for looks, because why bother when it doesn't matter? Oh. There we go. So that's protecting that, giving that extra block just extra blast protection. So, all right. So that's 2 positions. 1, 2. Slaying, and you got to slay in style. That's what the apocalypse is about, right? Hey, welcome in anyone who's just recently joining. We're building a new Horde base. I'll do a video on this one later. Should we do a 3rd fighting position, or should the 3rd position just be where we get to? I feel like 2 is probably good. And then we put the Horde base at this level. If we go higher, the big problem that I have is this ramp coming into the central crafting area. It gets obnoxious. So I'm thinking that if you break through 2 sides, you just flip to the other one, right? That's how I feel. So we'll have to figure out a way to cap this. So Christopher, first off, thank you. Second off, the collectors is on hold. I'm I'm a parent with a full-time job, and I had to make choices when Alpha 21 was coming out. And my personal goal is to do this full-time. I love content creation. I love teaching and teaching how to build and do stuff. And this is what I'd like to do for a career. But I'll be honest, I'm very successful at what I do, and I do work that saves lives, and I gotta figure out a pathway to make this sustainable. And so the collector, where I love it, has gotten such a poor response rate in terms of videos, that I've promised everyone. I don't know if you saw the very last episode, but I made a promise to everyone. I'm gonna finish the story. And Collectors was designed in a fashion so that it's supposed to be an ongoing story across any game I play. So it's not done. It will have an end. It just might have to wait until Alpha 21 has run its kind of like primary drive. So I just have limited amount of time to work. And so I've decided that rather than like focusing on a series, which I genuinely love, So Balzac, did you watch the Broken Shard series? And I'll ask that to Christopher, because if you watch the Broken Shard series, yeah, Christopher, I don't think I have the viewership. So like if I look at what Temreki's done, Guns, Nerds, and Steel, he's got the viewer count to make the magic happen. But yeah, the collector has been some of the the collector has been some of my worst performing videos that I've had, and I still absolutely love them. I love that series. Okay, so Balzac thing, you understand that the idea is Dr. Eko's moving through worlds. I did that very intentionally because I'm not going to do 7 Days to Die content forever. I'm going to move into other games. And the idea is I built the Dr. Eko and the story arc, the story arc on top of the story arc, is built to carry beyond 7 days. It's built to go wherever I want. I have a multi-year story arc in my head. So there's lots of space for it to go. Ultraverse. Yeah, it's a metaverse. Rather, it's a multiverse is a better way of putting it. So, but yes, I'm not abandoning it. I'm not giving up on it. I do think I need to be bigger for playthroughs to work. Yes. And if you're new to hearing me talk about this, they're very time consuming. The collector series are, no, not at all. I work in IT. I'm a IT program manager, in the healthcare field, 20 plus years in that field. And, I do program management for IT development essentially, and right now I work at the behest of a chief architect to help teams learn how to build things better. I've got an awesome, incredible, amazing boss. So I've got my work career is awesome. It's just not what I want to do long term. Oh, that's awesome, Balzac. Yeah, so I'm less in the hospital space. I've worked in the hospital space in the past. Is it your boss? There we go. Oh my gosh. What's going on, Pre-Built? How you on, buddy? We're building a new base tonight. We're just doing new shit. We're trying out new shit. Do I have this set up here? Oh my god, I don't even know. Here, hold on one second, folks. I know I have you in here. I do. I'm not crazy. Does it work? Sorry, I made commands for everyone ages ago. Yeah, apparently not. You know what? I'm just going to do this the lazy way. I'm going to copy it from over here and just do this. There we go. That was anticlimactic. It was totally anticlimactic. Folks, I'm done with stream elements. So a big part of my weekend plan is I'm getting rid of stream elements. I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm going to pivot over. I'm going to use Atom for everything. So Atom is going to be the way that I go for so many reasons. All right. So I like this 1 level, 2 level. There's a lot of good things about stream elements. There's a lot of just bullshit. All right. Bad player, what's the question mark for? All right, let's take this straight up the standard tier. Is my question not above? Pre-built. Stream bots and Go. What do you mean? Like, what stream bots do I use? Was that the question? I don't think I understood the question. Maybe I'm dense. Maybe I've had too much beer. God damn it. Why did it do that? I'm looking back through here. Not such thing as too much beer. I agree. Boom. There we go. Nope, that's not right. That's right. Paste and rotate that one. Nope, that's not perfect. There we go. Should be whiskey. I did whiskey earlier. Have I looked at streamer bot? I am going, like, I love Mr. Greggles and I believe in Mr. Greggles. I am 100%. I don't know that I have looked at streamer bot, but Atom's going to be my answer because it rolls across both. And more importantly, Atom offers channel points and things that you have capability of in Twitch that you can't do in YouTube currently. So there's a lot of reasons for me that it's the answer. Oof. Oh, I'm doing counts now. So I can't fit a solar array over here peacefully. I'll take a look, bad player, but I don't want to. So Atom is going to be a one-stop shop for a full streamer bot and everything. It will do everything, and it has more control. If you ever need drink ideas, I will always take drink ideas. Speaking of drink ideas, I'm going to go do a quick bio run. I'm going to throw on the collector trailer because it seemed to have worked last time, so I'm going to trust that it does again. So give me 1 second. I'm going to run to the restroom and be right back, folks.
So you're saying there's no way to earn our trust? Now you got me thinking. Maybe. But you're gonna need that ride that I mentioned. Get that and I'll see what I can do.
So it looks like everything is hinging on us getting a hold of the vehicle, but in the short term for tonight, we're hunting chickens, folks. We need just one last chicken to put together a chicken coop, and this guy is not getting away. I will not be denied my mini egg factory. Get back here, you little mega crush addict. Haha, out of steam? Gotcha. I see your friend over there, and I'm tempted to go chasing after him, but we're just gonna head back home. Ideally, this is a quick in and out job, and even more ideally, we'll come across a motorcycle engine. Here we are at the end, loot. But I know there's still one little puppy over there waiting for us. Let's see if we can get him before he gets us. Hey folks, that's from my most recent episode of The Collector. I figured I'd give you something different to do while you're just hanging out waiting for me to get back from wherever the hell I went. Sorry about that, folks. Sometimes you need a beer, sometimes you need to run away from your desk. So I think this was better than just leaving me with a boring blank screen and a countdown. So that's all I got. Alright, let's get back into the game.
Wait, there we go. Sorry if it did the double audio thing. I can't keep track. This is why I want to move to Atom, folks, because I can fix all of this. I've unmutes myself. I'm mutes now. I'm unmute ceased. And I have less pee in the system. I feel better. All right. Do we just run this with generators, or do we unmutiest? I gotta think. So let's blow out. Oh, wait. I have to think about this because we're going to oh damn. Sorry folks, I'm thinking now. I'm thinking out loud. All right, let's try something real quick. We don't need this anymore. These are just placeholders for the corners, but we know where the corners are now. So the question is Z okay. Bring that all the way up. I'm rethinking my thoughts on this. All right. I've heard about that thinking stuff. Yeah, it's a little dangerous. All right, let me just do this so that I can start to think of how this is going to lay out. Okay, that works. That works. Yes, like that. Yes, so stairs there, stairs there. So you start to see how this is going to come together. And God, that's going to be a hellacious ramp coming in though. So let's just look at how this is going to end up shaking out. And again, we're doing this just to hold spots. So we're going to carry this up. That was overkill. All right, so we're going to grab that and probably up to here. We don't need to go higher than that. We're going to bring that to the corner here. All right, and this is the level of things. So here's the connection level. So here to there. Is that a single level? Yep. Oh God, this is a nightmare. Okay. This is where I wish we had elevators really bad, and because obviously getting up to that level for a crafting zone, this is really rough. All right. So how far out do we have to go? So assuming we take it to here. Bananas! What's going on, girl? I might make the, you know what? To make the profile of the whole thing more narrow, I might make it a kind of a turn. Yeah, so that's my thing, Rook. I don't like climbing. Like I want to bring the vehicle all the way up to the top. That's my thing. But I think because of how we're building this, rather than making a single ramp out in one direction, I'm wondering if we don't bring it to the side. So now that we're here in the center, let's just build everything so that we start to get a feel for. Come on. There we go. Nope, that's wrong. That's yeah, that's wrong. That is wrong. And do it this way, and this should let me build it right. There we go. Okay. Okay, so my thought is to build the ramp up from this side. It takes away from the symmetry, but it'll make the base more compact. What are y'all thinking? Any ideas, thoughts? And we're gonna have to go with the, you know, more of a steep ramp. We're gonna have to go with the wedge narrow, like a wedge 60 combo rather than the dual 45s. That's, and we're probably gonna have to make this wider than normal. Let's do this. All right. Again, we're going to think about this from more of a... We're going to sketch it out and then... So we're going to wedge 60 it. Those dev streams, man, folks, just, yeah. Just don't know. Well, dev streams are up. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's undo. Ignore whatever the hell it just tried to do to me. All right. There we go. That's what I'm talking. There we go. And obviously this is going to need support. We'll figure that out after the fact. We're going to build the ramp in, and then we're going to figure out how the hell we support it, because that's going to be a whole nother problem. I just want to see how far it goes. How bad this gets ridiculous wise. Raven's got it going on, folks. If you're wondering, you can ask him about the mega thrusters and he's got you covered, folks. So what are folks' thoughts? Do we wrap this around like this? I kind of like it. Stream Force. Oh. Thunderbirds are a go. We got to take that one more. All right. Old school Voltron. Rookie, are you old enough to know what Voltron is? I didn't think you were that old. I would have expected Power Rangers out of you. Thunderbirds or Thundercats? All right, so I don't know what I think about this. This is very different. Let's... What? Rookie, no way. Rookie, I thought you were younger than me. All right, you're gonna actually make me get gas. Two and a half. Well, that's my emotional age. Okay, this will work. It's a little tight. Bad player. What happens if... Oh, I'm not done bad player. This is... I'm just framing shit. So this is the... I build the framing of stuff, and then I build the actual... Uncomfortably tight. It's a little tight. No, I mean the floor. No. I think you fall off the edge. You mean on the sides of the ramp? Nah, you're fine. I'll put some stuff around the edge here so you can't fall off. And when you get into this room of the world, oh, if you fall off the edge of the world, then you just fall off. That's just normal. You don't do that always? That's not a normal thing? You'll be fine. I don't know what happens when you fall off the world. You bounce apparently. So you're good. You're good. If you woo, you just bounce. It's good. You're fine. Nothing to worry about. Glad I could help. Clearly, I've straightened that out for everybody. Time are we at? We're pretty good here. I'd like to get this to a general state of I feel good about this. I think I want to rotate these on the outside like this. So for folks watching, my plan is to get this to a pretty solid state where I can start slapping on some paint and stuff like that by by end of tonight. So what do it's 11. I'll probably go to 11:30. Let me just check my phone real quick. I might do another stream tomorrow night to finish this off, because I do like, this is going to be my new thing, folks. So for anyone who doesn't know, I take these bases, and when I get them done, I build a Horde base breakdown video on it, and then I post them to Patreon as a downloadable bit of content. It's one of my big things, because I've struggled with Patreon in terms of like, I feel like asking for people for money is weird. But if I provide a tangible thing you can download, I feel good about that. So that's the way I do things. Ooh, I like this. I've got an idea here. So my goal is, you know, when I finish these, I post these. Oh, what about a wedge 60 corner here? Ooh, yes. Sorry, ideas. I'm spazzing here and thinking from multiple perspectives. I'm sorry. I can't think from only one angle at a time. There we go. Yes. So I take these videos, I build them, and then I post them back so that people can use them if they want to. Wedge 60 narrow tip. Yes. Boom. Here we go. Yes. Did we skip over? Come on. Because some of these, I want to be a hero gamer. Welcome in. Geeky, hey, how's it going, girl? And the idea is, I get a lot of requests when I post these for Horde Night, or for the Horde base breakdown of like, hey, can you give me a block by block instruction of how to build this? And typically it is so, it's so difficult to do that. The amount of effort that it takes for me, isn't worth it. And I feel bad about saying that, but it's just like, it boils down to straight time investment. And to build, to give a context of like, by the time I'm done with this, to build a block by block would take me 30 hours, 40 hours to build that video. Because it's so intensive to make it in a consumable fashion where you would enjoy it and you could follow it. So by releasing these videos to Patreon and or the POI to Patreon, you can go in and explore it to your heart's content. And I've been also trying on my my Horde based breakdowns to do I try to take elements of what I built and say, hey, let's look at one piece of this, and give you that as a consumable piece that you can rebuild yourself. And that's been my goal. And I did that for the Sentinel. And so for each Horde base breakdown now, I take 4 elements of the base and try to give you a block by block instruction of what I did with it. Because I don't, quite honestly, folks, I don't want to from a teaching perspective on base building, I actually want to see what all of you can build. I'd rather give you, I was thinking about getting, don't do it. I want to be a hero gamer. Don't do it right now. Wait until they give you the new version. Do you have a PC that can run it? If you have a PC that can run it, get it on. Just don't. Just don't. The PC version is so far behind right now. It needs a lot of love. Everyone who plays knows that, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm just trying to be straight up honest with you. So, so I Want to Be Hero by No, I don't. Yeah, I by PC I mean PC, like just a just a tip gaming. That's amazing. Sorry, I just you got a chuckle out of me on that name. End of year, I think that we'll see a playable version of 7 Days to Die on console. The current one I don't view as viable. Personal belief. I made it myself. Yep. Good times, good times. All right. Current one is 15-ish. 15 or 16. I always get confused on that. I think it's 16. But either way, it's way back. All right, let's pull one of these up so that we make sure that we're accounting for the height. Yeah, 15-ish with a few things from 16. But either way, like it's not the same game in any way, shape, or form. And you know, they're trying. Moral of the story, no. Yeah. Moral of the story, just wait for it. And you know, you'll meet different people in the PC space, and you'll meet some assholes. I'm a huge fan of console people getting access. I am not though I play on PC, I am not a PC master race type of person. I am inclusive. I want everyone to play the game that I play. That's my goal. And I know it's just going to take some time. All right. Yes, the whole Telltale situation was a clusterfuck, and it sucked. And all right, so I Want to Be a Hero gamer. Don't hold me to this. I'm talking pure theory at this point in time, and I invite my community to weigh in on this. But I have thoughts, and they don't have to mess with reality. So here's the thing. Do I think it will happen this year? I think it's possible. They've been okay. So just a tip, there's a huge shift in this past year. They actually have a company and they haven't said they've been working on it for the past 4 years. That's a misnomer. They haven't had a company. So first off, the Fun Pimps are not console developers. They don't know the first thing about developing a game on console. They don't have any developers who know how to do it or could. They have to hire someone exterior to the Fun Pimps that can do that. That's why they had Telltale back in the day. Yes, so well, 21 doesn't exist yet. I mean, other than, but yes, they have a company now that they're working with called Titanium Gaming out of Australia. So that's a big deal. They've named the company. They've shown us actual gameplay. So did you just a tip? Did you happen to see here? I'm going to grab this real quick. So I did kind of a some editing magic. But if you're a console player here, so there's the video that I did on console specifically. But I think they're going to try to get Alpha 22 onto console, and I think it's going to start with PS5 first. And there's some negotiation going on with Xbox and shit like that. So they got to deal with that. Oh my God. I'm sorry, folks. This is driving me bonkers. Why is Dev Streams being drunk? I gotta look at this one more time. Dev Streams. I fixed it. Why is it? Oh, okay. Let's see if that fixes it, because good Lord, that's driving me bonkers. You don't want to be gamer, you don't have to watch the video, but if you want to, that's literally what they said about the console version. So I'm not doing it as like, go watch my video, but it will give you the answers that you're looking for. Balzac, it's not an architecture difference. It's a negotiation with Microsoft and Sony separate. So it has nothing to do with the architecture. You're absolutely right. Once they develop it once, they're good. From a console perspective, it is a negotiation with the two companies. Yes, correct. So there's a console port perspective and there's a negotiating perspective. So those are two different. There's a business aspect and a technical aspect to it. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. How do y'all feel about the ramp coming from the side? Yes, no. Or should it come from the center and be symmetrical? I don't know. Jamal, what's going on, buddy? My man in Amsterdam. What's going on? I think it's a nice change. Geeky, you know, I like the way you're thinking. I don't think it's gonna, physics-wise, I think it's gonna Yeah, it ain't gonna like that. I didn't think so. So it's gonna need some supports the whole way down, which is fine. Happy Friday to you, brother. Jamal, when are you making it to Milwaukee, buddy? Like, we need to hang out and have some burgers and beers. Seriously, when are you gonna get your ass out of Madison over to Milwaukee? Raven and you and I can hang out and get some beers. Let's make it happen. After Alpha 21, because damn it. Because before Alpha 21, my life sucks. Whoa! Also, we gotta fix this box thing. I'm okay with ribeyes and bourbon too. Like, what's going on, Babs OG? We're just hanging out, building a base. I'm loving this new series of like sharing the progress of bases as I build before they get to YouTube. So you just missed the general design concept, which was 2 redundant bases with a central crafting base in the center. That's the goal of this. I mean, ultimately it will be yeah, Jamal, please do, buddy. Would love to catch up with you. Seriously. Anyone in Wisconsin here who wants to connect up, please, man. I'm totally open to it. Also, if I haven't announced, folks, I'm going to be at TwitchCon. So if you're in Vegas or near Vegas, come out to TwitchCon this year. I don't know what the dates are. You can look them up. But I'll be there. Tamreki from Guns, Nerds, and Steel is going to be there. The Fun Pimps will be there. Always looking for an excuse to go out for drinks. Yeah, I mean, so I am, I'm so excited about TwitchCon this year. I know lots of people here are Guns, Nerds, and Steel fans. But for me, I can't say enough good stuff about how Tem has been like just an amazing friend to me. We started doing our YouTube journey around the same time, and he's just better than me. He's just in every way. He's faster. He's more efficient. He makes really amazing content, and but he's always been awesome. We chat and we share our experiences, and so I'm super excited to head out to TwitchCon and hang out and have some beers with him and meet someone who we chat back and forth and share stuff. So very excited. Yeah, he's an awesome dude. And yeah, I mean, I wish Prebuilt could randomly like teleport across that big pond and join us, but I know that ain't gonna happen. That's a bit much. Yeah, the Ask Prebuilt series, I'm a little bit envious because that's such easy content. And I don't mean that in like a negative way. I mean it in like it's brilliant. So kudos to you on that, Prebuilt. Your Ask Prebuilt giving you easy ways of creating content. So good. So freaking smart. It's smart and in a totally offensive way that I'm like, why didn't I think of it? Easiest 10K views of my life. I know. I mean, I see you do it. And I'm like, God damn it. Why didn't I do that? Let the community come up with the ideas. Love it. Love it, love it. I have a hard time figuring out like what, you know, because we all steal from each other. And in some of my conversations with Tim, some of my conversations with Tim, I feel so good when he's like, oh, hey, I totally stole this thing from you. And I'm like, really? Because I've stolen so much shit from you. It's, yeah, at a certain point in time it is sharing, but I don't know. I think all of us are surrounded by some really smart people, and you know, I don't know. I consider it partial stealing at times, but I'd like to say like, oh God, no, don't do that. Part of it is like a hilarious, like, content arms race. And I love the way see, yeah, I mean we all beg, borrow, and steal from each other. I don't think like I've never been worried about Tim or pre-builts getting butthurt about me like looking at something they do and copying it. I feel like either of them would look at, if I copied them, would look at it as a compliment of saying like, hey man, I just took it from you because you did it well. Other creators might be different, but I feel like Tim and Prebuilt and I kind of came from the same era, and we worked together on TNP. All right, let me see if that gives me enough. Ugh. You know what? In pre-built, I've never even noticed. I've honestly like never even noticed, but you know how it is. I've watched as much of your shit as I can without losing my mind, because we can all only watch so much shit. So clearly I'm not offended if you have stolen block for block. Good times. Construct more pylons. Not the entire base. Oh, well, yeah, so, but I mean, I copied half of my corridor concept from, from Josh from Jawoodle. So I stole the rest from Gnosis. Oh man. All right. I think I'm gonna call that for tonight. So here's what my thoughts are, folks. If folks want to join for tomorrow night, I think I'll finish this off. Tomorrow during the day, I've got to do edits because I got to work on the last base. Let me pull us in. Only heathens say GIF. It's a fucking GIF. There's a G. I had a child. So I'll finish this off tomorrow night. I won't finish the painting aspect of it because y'all have heard how long that takes. But I think we're going to copy and paste some of the crafting areas from the last one. Lighting and stuff like that, and the electricity will be a whole nightmare that I'll deal with offline. Christopher, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you, buddy. Hey everyone, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe because Alpha 21 streamer weekend's coming up, and if you want to catch out the latest, it'll be there. But otherwise, thanks everyone for hanging out. These streams are like just for me to share the craziness that I'm doing, and honestly, like just for me to hang out with folks. So I appreciate y'all being here. Pre-build, I appreciate you just hanging out because you're crazy. I don't know why you're here. You should be making content or something. Jamal, hit me up on Discord. And otherwise, everyone be good. The Sentinel video will come out with next week. Next week, in terms of dev stream, we've got in theory, the developers are going to be there on Wednesday. I don't know how that'll go. We'll see. But otherwise, good night, everyone. Thanks to everyone for hanging out. And thank you for my community. Maybe I'll drop by in Discord. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Good night, all. Take care of yourselves. Be good.